finish off our last few questions that we had from our Monday night's class. And the last three questions that we had here, number 1.6 asked us, determine the lowest common multiple of 6 and 15. Determine the lowest common multiple of 6 and 15. So a reminder about what multiples are. Okay, when we're looking for multiples, all right, multiples are numbers that when we multiply that number by, that number can go into those numbers. All right, so for example, I'm going to do 6 for you guys. Okay, so I'm going to do 6 for you guys. I just want to make sure that our pen is working correctly this evening, that we don't have any issues. There we go. Okay, so first of all, if we do the multiples of 6, okay, I'm going to go and write out the first 10 multiples of 6 for you guys. So the first 10 multiples of 6 would be 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, and 60. So those are the first 10 multiples of 6. What are multiples? They are numbers which 6 can go into. All right. So what I'd like you guys to do is I would like you to go and do the multiples of 15 for me. Multiples of 15. And I'm not wanting you to do all 10 multiples of 15. I'm looking for the first 5 multiples of 15, please. First 5 multiples of 15. I'd like you to be writing them down on your page. So pen and paper, please, everybody. I am seeing some people with pen and paper working really well tonight. Well done, guys. Okay, pen and paper. Oh my goodness, I got a hand up already. Fantastic. All right, Lego. Can you give me the first 5 multiples of 15?
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, I know it's 15, 30, 30, and 45.
Good.
60.
Good.
And 75.
Good, 75. Well done.
Yes,
Thank you
ma'am.
so much.
Thanks,
Thank you for the help.
Thanks, ma'am.
Cool.
Thanks, ma'am.
Okay. So now I've got those 5. I've got the first 10 on the top, and I'm looking for the lowest common multiple. So I'm not looking for the highest. I'm looking for the lowest common multiple. So I'm going to go down, okay, and I'm going to start at the bottom numbers. I'm going to start here at the bottom numbers. All right. So starting with 6, okay? Starting with multiples of 6. Multiples of 6, the first number I see is the number 6. Do I see a number 6 in the multiples of 15? No, I don't. So I'm going to cross them out. Then I see 12. Do I see 12s in the multiples of 15? No, I don't. Then I see 18. Do I see 18 in the multiples of 15? No, I don't. Then I see 24. Do I see 24 in the multiples of 15? No, I don't. Then I see 30. Do I see 30 in the multiples of 15? Ding, 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 ding. Yes, I do. All right, so what will be my lowest common multiple? My lowest common multiple of 6 and 15 will be 30. Okay, so my lowest common multiple of 6 and 15 will be 30. All right. Now, guys, when you get to grade 8 and grade 9, so grade 8 next year, you'll get taught another method. Maybe some of you, your teachers already taught you a different method to do it, and you're more than welcome to use that method. But in grade 7, at the moment, this is the method that we are going to use. Right, so this is the method that we use. We found what are the multiples of 6, what are the multiples of 15, and then we look for the lowest common multiple. Okay. So my next one, I'm looking for the highest common factor of 12, 16, and 48 now. So that means I need to find what? Okay, what do I now need to find? I need to find the what if I'm looking for highest common factors now. If in the last one I was looking for the lowest common multiples, what am I looking if I'm looking for the highest common factors? What do I need to find first, guys? You can tell me in the chat what's the things that I need to do first. Okay, what do I need to find first? Come on, share with me in the chat. What do I need to find first? Good, nice, well done, guys. I need to find the factors. Good, nice. Okay, so I need to go find the factors. Of 12. I need to find the factors of 16. And I need to find the factors of 48. I'm seeing somebody telling me, Toshido, to find the prime factors. I agree with you. There is a way to do it when you're finding the prime factors. I don't disagree with you. There is a way to do it when you do find the prime factors and you do it that way. Completely agree. And if your teachers taught you that way to do it, you're more than welcome to do it that way. But we're going to do it the way that most of us learn how to do it in grade 7. So we're going to go and find the factors first. So you guys go help me out here. Find the factors of 12, then find the factors of 16, and then find the factors of 48. Okay, so we're looking for the factors. All right, be careful. We're not looking for the prime factors here. We're looking for the factors. Okay, we're looking for the factors. All right, who is going to help me out as soon as you've had a little bit of time? Who's going to help me out when you've had a little bit of time to have a look? All right, Amishle, are you ready to help me with the factors of 12?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Amishle, let's go. Give me the factors of 12.
1,
Good.
2,
Perfect.
3,
Good.
4,
Great.
6,
Great.
and 12.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Amishle. That's great. All right, let's go next to Mulalo. Mulalo, are you going to give me the factors of 16?
1,
Great. 1.
2,
Yep.
4,
Great.
8,
That's great. And
16.
fantastic. Thank you, Mulalo. All right. And next, I'm looking for the factors of 48. Let's go, Same. Sam? Samela? Samela? You are unmuted.
Hello?
Hello, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great. Let's go. Factors of 48.
Okay, it's 1,
Great.
2,
Yep.
4,
Okay. 4,
6,
6. Cool.
8,
Great.
12,
Yep.
and 48.
And 48. Okay, so we're missing a few along the way there, but thank you so much for the help. Okay. Leletu, are you going to help me with the ones that are missing? Leletu, are we missing some? Okay, Leletu. All right, it seems like Aletu's missing her sound. All right, I'm seeing that some people are helping me. Okay, Unati, are you going to help me with the ones that are missing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
It's
tell me which
14,
ones are
ma'am.
missing. Which ones are missing?
14.
Okay, no, definitely not 14, Unati. Think about, does
16.
14 go into 48? So 16, great. 16 is missing, yeah.
24.
Good, 24. And which other one's missing?
I think, ma'am, it's 28.
Does 28 go into 48? Let's think about it. What's missing between 2 and 4? I'm missing the 3, hey? Okay, thank you, Anati, for helping me out there. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 16, 24, and 48, guys. So those are all the factors of 48. Be careful. Those ones are a lot. Those ones have a lot of factors. All right, so now I'm looking for the highest common factor. So because I'm looking for the highest common factor, I'm going to go start at the end, okay? I'm going to go start at the end, and I'm going to go start with a number that's actually the biggest. All right, so before I started with a number that was the smallest, now I'm going to go start with a number that's the biggest. Okay, so I'm going to go start with 48. Do I see 48 in either of the other numbers? Nope, so I'm going to cross them out. Then I'm going to go to 24. Do I see 24 in either of the other numbers? Nope, so I cross them out. Then I see 16. Ooh, I see 16 over here, but do I see 16 in the other number? Nope, so I cross them out. Then I see 12. Do I see 12 in the other number? I do, but I don't see him in the third number, so I cross him out. Then I see 8. Do I see 8 in this number? Yes, I do, but I don't see him in the third number, so I cross him out. Then I see 6. Do I see 6 in this number? I do, but I don't see 6 in the third number, so I cross him out. Then I've got 4. Hold on a second. I also see 4 there. And I see 4 there, so ding, 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 ding. What's my HCF going to be? My HCF is going to be equal to 4. Now, if your teachers, taught you a different way how to do it using prime factors, and you are happy doing it that way, and you understand how to do it, you are more than welcome to do it that way as well. All right, you will learn how to do that in grade 8 and grade 9, but for now, this is the way that we learn how to do it in grade 7. So I hope that that's been a nice revision for you. I hope that you've remembered what LCM is, and I hope that you've remembered what HCF is. Okay, one little word problem for us tonight before we move on to our exponents. The question says, a tank contains 660 liters of water. Through evaporation. What does evaporation mean? It means when the sun hits water and then the water turns into a gas. Okay? The water reduced, so the water went down. Okay, so it reduced, it went down by 1/6. How much water was left in the tank? So the water went down by 1/6. How much water was left in the tank? So we started with 660 liters. And do you agree it's a good idea to find out how much 1/6 will be? Okay, so it's a good idea for us to find out how much 1/6 will be. So 660 times by 1/6. 660 times by 1/6. So we want to know how much of that water evaporated, how much left the tank. All right, 660 times by 1/6. All right, so another way for us to say times by 1/6, all right, is for us to say times by 1/6 is the same thing as saying divided by 6. So times by 1/6 is the same thing as saying divided by 6. So either way that you do it, either way that makes sense to you, that's going to give us 110. 660 times by 1/6 is going to give us 110. Now, guys, if the word reduced means to make smaller, so the water came down, it reduced, it got made smaller, what do I need to do? Do I need to add or do I need to subtract? Tell me in the chat, what needs to happen? Does the water need to go up or does it need to go down by the 6? What needs to happen? Does it need to go up? Good, Grace, good, guys. It needs to go down. So I'm going to have to take that 500, I'm going to have to take that 660. I'm going to minus 110, and I'm going to be left with 550 liters. Okay, so that is an example, all right? That is an example of a problem that you will get with whole numbers. Whole numbers. Okay. All right, I see I have a question from Grace. Grace, what is your question?
Hello, Miss.
Hello, Grace.
I wanted to ask how, because I battle when it comes to a whole number times a fraction.
Okay, Grace, I missed out on part of your answer of your question because it went a little bit blank there. Do you want to ask me your question once more?
Yes, I will, Miss. I was asking how did you get to 110 because I battle when it comes to a whole number times a fraction.
Okay, I agree with you, Grace. So another way to do it, Grace, is you can say this. Okay, you can say to yourself, all right, that if I have 660, Grace, do you agree that 660 is actually 660 over 1? What's
Yes, I
660 divided by 1?
I didn't hear you, ma'am.
That's okay. What's 660 divided by 1? It'll be 660. Hey, do you?
160.
Yeah.
Yes, Miss.
And so if I go and I times that by 1 over 6, does that still look like the same as what I
Yes.
had before? Okay.
Yes, it does,
So
Miss.
now I'm going to say, I'm going to times the tops. So 660 times 1 gives me 600.
660.
Good. And 1 times by 6 gives me?
6.
Good. And now, what does over actually mean? What is that line in a fraction? What is over? What does it actually mean?
Hey,
math?
does it mean divide? I think it means
Good.
divide.
Nice, Grace. It actually means divide. Good. So that actually means 660 divided
by 6.
by 6. Good. So 660
Oh,
divided by 6 will give you 110.
110. And
Does it make
then you
sense?
get, yes, Miss, it does. Thank you.
You're welcome, Grace. No problem. Anytime. Anytime. All right. Shakina, I see that you have a question. Let's answer your question. Shakina, what is your question? You should be able to unmute yourself. Hi, Shakina. What's your question?
Ma'am, I was wondering how you got 110 when you times the number by the fraction, because I got a different answer.
Okay, Shakina, did you follow through when I did it with Grace? Were you watching when I was doing it with Grace now? Not really, hey? Okay, so I'm going to ask you, Shakina, if you can go back. The video will be on YouTube, guys, and it'll be on Watobe's website. Shakina, I'm going to ask you if you can just go back and watch the video. I've explained it twice. I've explained it 2 different ways, and hopefully that will help. Okay, so guys, we're going to move on, and we're going to look at exponents. Hopefully you're really going to enjoy exponents tonight, because we worked on exponents quite a bit, and you guys really liked exponents when we did it. Mr. Hugo will agree with me. We really did lots and lots of work on exponents, and you guys rocked at exponents, okay? You really did. You rocked at exponents. So let's have a look at our first question for tonight. 2.1 says, circle the correct answer. Circle the correct answer. All right. A, 3 times 3 times 3 equals 9. Or B, 3 times 3 times 3 gives you 33. Definitely not. Or C, 3 times 3 times 3 is equal to 3 to the power of 3. So I am seeing so many correct answers there in the chat. I'm hoping that those hands going up as well are to tell me that the correct answer is well done, guys. It is C. All right. We know for a fact that if we go and do the maths, that 3 times 3 times 3 definitely does not give us 9. 3 times 3 times 3 gives us 27. Okay, so definitely 3 times 3 times 3 does not gives us 33. Okay, so we know for a fact that 3 times 3 times 3 is the same thing as saying 3 to the power of 3. Well done, guys. Okay, let's go have a look at 2.2. Okay, now I know that when we did this in class, and for those of you who are new and maybe missed our exponents section, when we were doing exponents, I said to you guys the best way for you to learn your cube numbers and for you to learn your square numbers is to go and do those tables that we drew. Okay, so if you're not sure, go back. Mr. Hugo has put the link there for you guys to find the YouTube lessons, the previous lessons. Okay, go back, watch our lessons where I taught you guys, this is how you draw a table. This is a good way for you to learn all your squares and all your cube numbers. All right, so if you go learn all your squares and all your cube numbers, then you will know that for 2.2, if you're choosing the cube numbers from the list below, that should be easy for you, absolutely easy. Who wants to help me with this one? Who's going to raise their hand and help me out for cube numbers? Okay, I have got, all right, so let's go, Mulalo. Mulalo, are you able to help me with cube numbers? Let's go.
Ma'am, I said 9.
Okay, so remember cube numbers are a number times a number times a number, hey?
Oof.
So careful, careful. Did it catch you already?
Oh, it's not square.
Did you do squares? Careful, we doing cube numbers, hey? Careful. All right. Okay, Mulala, go ahead and try again quickly for me. All right, so let's go with Resho. Is that right? Resho, did I say your name correctly? Oh, Resho, you're still there. Okay, Resho's hand was down. Okay, Grace, I already heard from you, so I'm gonna go with somebody different. So let's go Christina. Christina?
Yes.
Right, you wanna help me with these cube numbers?
Yes.
Let's go. Which ones are cube numbers, Christina?
8.
8, great, well done.
27.
27, fantastic.
64.
64, awesome. Well done. And those are all
Yeah.
of them, hey?
Yep.
Well done. Thank you so much, Christina. Okay, so
Welcome.
if we're looking at the number 8, 8 is the same thing as saying, I'm just going to make this pen a bit thinner. 8 is the same thing as saying 2 to the power of 3. 27 is the same thing as saying 3 to the power of 3. And 64 is the same thing as saying 4 to the power of 3. So well done. Thank you so much, Christina. Be careful, guys. Make sure you are reading the question very carefully. All right. 2.3 says, between which two numbers will you find the square root of 49? So between which two numbers do you find the square root of 49? Make sure you have read the question carefully. Make sure you read the question carefully. And let's go with Tatenda. Tatenda, tell me, between which two numbers will you find the square root of 49?
Ma'am, I think it's 36 and 64.
Okay, good. So you'll find the square root of 39. What is the square root of 39, Tatenda?
The square root of
Of
Ma'am,
49, sorry. What's the
of-
square root of 49?
it's 7.
Good, well done. So the square root of 49, just what Tatenda said, the square root of 49 is 7. Well done. So between which two numbers will you find the square root of 49? Tatenda is absolutely right. You'll find the square root of 49 between 6 and between 8. So Tatenda said it'll be between the square root of 36 and the square root of 64. That is a different way to say it, Tatenda. Well done. Okay. All right, 2.4. Oh, this is a nice one. We practiced this one. I remember when we did exponents, we practiced this one. It was such a good one. It says, arrange the following in descending order. Firstly, tell me in the chat, guys, what does descending order mean? Talk to me in the chat. What does descending order mean? Who can tell me in the chat? Descending order. Good, big to small. Biggest to smallest. You guys are rock stars tonight. Okay, so biggest to smallest. All right. So now I've got a bit of an issue here because these numbers look a bit weird. All right. They're not in standard notation. They don't look like normal numbers. I've got some squares there. I've got some square roots there. So I need to go do a little bit of work on them first. Okay, I need to go do a little bit of work on them first. All right, so let's go with Losani. Is that right? Did I say your name correctly? Losani, you are unmuted. Okay, I can't hear Losani, so I'm going to go with Tashego. Tashego,
Hello,
am I
ma'am.
saying that correctly? Hi.
Ma'am, I think I know the answer.
Okay, great. Talk to me. What are we going to do?
So we're going to start with 9 squared.
Fantastic. So we're going to start with 9 squared. Cool.
And then we're gonna go to the square root of 100.
Fantastic. Great.
And then we're gonna go to the square root of 49.
You're a rock star. Amazing. Great.
Then the square root of 25.
Square root of 25. Awesome.
And then 2 cubed. I mean 2 squared.
Square. Good. Well done.
And
The cube root of 8. Hey?
8.
Well done. Thank you so much, Tashego. All right, so he is absolutely correct. How did he get there? Let's go have a look how he actually got there, hey? So what I would have done to get there, and he is absolutely correct, let's go do some work on how he got there. So the first thing I would have gone and done is I would have gone and said to myself, let's sort out what these numbers actually mean. So the square root of 25 is 5, 2 squared is 4, the cube root of 8 is 2, 9 squared is 81, the square root of 49 is 7, and the square root of 100 is 10. Now that I know what all of those mean, guys, now I can go and put them into an order. I can put them from biggest to smallest. And when I put them from biggest to smallest, I see that which number is the biggest. The biggest number there is 9 squared. Oh, that's a terrible color. Let's go make it a little bit brighter so we can actually see what's going on. 9 squared. So I go and I write down the 9 squared. The next biggest number there after 81 will be 10. So it's the square root of 100. So I write square root 100. After that, I get 7. So square root of 49. Then I get 5. So square root of 25. Then I get 4. So 2 squared. And finally, the cube root of 8, which is 2. All right, I hope that makes sense. Yes, it is important, guys, that you write it in the original notation, I'm going to make a reminder here. Mr. Hugo is here tonight. Nobody has sent him any questions in the chat. He's feeling really lonely in the chat. Please make sure that you are sending him your questions as well in the chat, all right, so that he can also help you out. All right, 2.5. Okay, this is a nice little challenge for you guys here. One of these challenges for 2.5. A number is a square of 2 and a cube root of 64. What is the number? What is the number? All right, Katlejo, you were the first person to answer, and Mishle, you are also in there. Okay, I've got some really fast students tonight, Mr. Hugo. Look at them go. Okay, the number is going to be 4. Well done, guys. Yo, you are super sharp tonight.
Well done, everyone. You are doing excellent. I'm just feeling
Yes,
lonely in the
Mr.
chat. Please
Hugo.
send me questions.
Shame, Mr. Hugo. Sorry. All right, guys. Last few questions for tonight. Let's have a look. 2.6. So 2.6. Let's go calculate, everybody. First one in 2.6. I've got the cube root of 27, and I'm timesing that by 3. What do we need to remember here, everybody? We need to remember that we've got B, O, D, M, A, S. Some of you, your teachers call it B, E, D, M, A, S. So BODMAS or BEDMAS, brackets of division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction, or brackets, exponents, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Okay, so go and try those ones out for me first. Before you put your hands up, go try them out first. Okay, go try them out. Go see if you can get the answers there. Yo, Anati's got their hand up already. My goodness. We are quick. Mulalo's got their hand up already. Christina, sure, we are seeing some really good answers here tonight. Okay, Resho, Ayanda, Letu, Katlejo, and Mishle. Well done, guys. All right, so I'm going to go with Unati because Unati had their hand up first. Unati, are you going to help me with 2.6, the first one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, talk to me. What do we need to do first, Unati?
So, ma'am, 2 times 10 to the power of 3. So the 10 to the power of 3, it's 100, ma'am. So it's 2 times 100. It's going to give you 200, ma'am.
So are you doing number 2 here? Are you doing this one with me? Did you skip number 1, Unati? That's okay. We can do number 2.
Okay,
That's okay.
ma'am.
Let's do number 2. So 2 times 10 squared, which gives you 200. Okay. Yep. Let's carry on.
And then 200 plus 9 is 209.
I'm giving you a reminder here about BODMAS. A reminder about BODMAS. A reminder about BODMAS. Go back and think about it quickly for me, Unati. Think about some BODMAS for me. Okay. Think about BODMAS. I'm coming back to you. Think about BODMAS. Okay. Mulalo? Which one are you helping me with, Mulalo?
I wanted to do the second one, but I'll do the first one.
Great. Let's go, Mulalo.
The cube root of 27 is 3.
Good.
And then 3 times 3 is 9.
3 times 3 is 9. Fantastic. Thanks, Mulalo. All right. Christina. Christina, are you doing number 2 with me?
Number 2. Number
Yeah.
3. But
This one, number
okay,
2.
number 2.
Yeah.
So the cube of 10 is 100, and then 100 times 2 is 200.
Good.
And then 9 times 10 is 90.
Good.
And then 200 plus 90 is 290 plus 6, which equals to 296.
Good, because I did BODMAS, I have to do it in order. Good, because I have to do the multiplication first, hey? So 296. So I hope you all saw the way that Christina did that. Christina said she's got to do, first of all, she did the orders. So she did 10 squared, which gave her 100, and 2 times 100 gave her 200, plus 9 times 10 gave her 90, plus 6. And the last thing she did was she went and she added. Well done, Christina. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. And finally, Rachel. Rachel, are you helping me? Are you helping me with the last one?
Yes.
Okay, great. Talk to me.
12 to the power 2 is equals to 144.
Great. 144.
Then 2 to the power 3 it's equals to 8.
Fantastic. And then?
Then 144 divided by 8 it's equals to 18.
Well done. Thank you so much. And to get that 144 divided by 8, of course you didn't use your calculator, hey? Of course you went and did long division and you worked it out, hey? Of course. Am I right? Yes, ma'am, of course. Am I right, hey?
Yes.
Oh, of course. Great. Well done, Rachel. Thank you so much. Okay, guys. So Shakina's asking me, sir, what's BODMAS? Okay, so BEDMAS is the same as BODMAS, but instead of having the O, which stands for orders, all right, it's just the E, which stands for exponents. Okay, so that's all it is. It's the exact same thing. Instead of saying of, it's exponents. All right, 2.4. Say if the following is true or false and give a reason for your answer. So tell us, is the following true or false, guys? Is the following true or false? And Mishle, tell me, you asking me if you can answer. Mishle, is it true or false?
It's true, ma'am, because the square root of 169 is 13.
Amazing.
And the square root of 25 is 5. So
Good.
13 minus 5 equals 8.
Good, so it is true. Well done. It is true. Well done. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Welcome, ma'am.
Gosh, guys, okay, I'm using myself. Whoopsie. And the last one, 2.8. Okay, 2.8 is a big challenge. So I'm going to put it on the screen for you.